Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving, whether it was with family or by yourself, because sometimes that's what you need. I hope you had a nice week, a nice weekend. I myself baked and cooked and did all sorts of things in the kitchen to my little heart's content until it was the point where I didn't even want to think about food all weekend. Like we ate leftovers and we ordered because I didn't want to think about making another meal. And honestly, I'm still kind of there. Like I'm making easy stuff, like stuff that just takes like 20 minutes and dinner's ready because I just made an entire feast and it took me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days. So we're done with that. We're done. Hooray. Man, I hope you are all well. Matthew, by the way, you won last week's big giveaway. I don't think you were in the chat, but you won this copy of the Trade for Path of the Pale Rider. I need you to DM me your address so I can ship this out for you, man. Congratulations. Everybody was jealous. So there you go. What else we got? I want to show you something. You know me, I got to click on all the buttons. Here we are, friends. Look at this. Can I make it bigger? That, my friends, is the print job, the print order for Path of the Pale Rider issue number 7. That, my friends, is to my DMs, Matthew. If direct message, Facebook Messenger, send it to me there. This is 450 Path of the Pale Rider books ready to be shipped out. So my printer, David Byrne, who was wonderful, is packaging these up and it should be shipping tomorrow. So my goal, people, Fish and I were just talking about this, about how we're boxing up stuff and fulfilling right now. I need these all out of my house before Christmas. That is my plan. What's up, William Russell? Good morning. Look at all these beautiful books. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, you guys. I cannot wait to have this in my hands. It's so, yeah, exactly, Dylan. It's there. We're one step closer. And this whole indie comic process is a lesson in patience, because if I could snap my fingers and the books would be done and printed and in my hands, gosh, I would have done that already. But oh yeah. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I'll be here on the Tuesday morning brew, not with the heat. You go ahead and do it on your own stream. It's cool. So yeah, so I mean, it's patience for me because I very much want this book. I know you guys very much want this book. Gosh, it'll come. So patience, my friends. And that goes to me too. Patience for me too, Laurie, because it's coming all in due time, right? It had to be the best version of itself in order to be where we are now. So thank you for your patience, everybody. Everything is ready. I got big Jane suits. I got books. I got smelly things. I've got rebound books. I've got custom made, you name it. It's all here and I can't wait. So once the books are here, I'm going to set up a table on this back and just start shipping everything out. All the hot sauce is made. All the packaging is here. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. I hope everybody did some shopping this weekend. I mean, with Black Friday, what is it? Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and then of course Cyber Monday. There's a lot of shopping going on. I hope that you guys were able to support some of us, your indie friends. If you have family members that are looking for something to read, here we are. And Matthew, I'm going to put yours up too. But yeah, I mean, like on Amazon, Path of the Pale Rider, it's this guy right here, this very cute digest size. This is a great stocking stuffer for your friend that likes Westerns and sci-fis and supernatural and apocalypse and zombies. Like we check a lot of boxes, right? I mean, with the riddles and the bears and all that. So it's here. It is $15.99 for the paperback. That's a great price, you guys. And as you can see, we have 9 ratings of all 5 stars. So thank you everybody who has taken the time to give us a rating. That really means a lot. It helps us. So beautiful. So that's there. I have the link for you. I always do, and I forget to post it. So let me remember to post it real quick here. La 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 la. Get out of here. All right. I push all the buttons. Please go. There we go. All right. So this Linky Lou takes you right to Amazon so you can get a copy of this. There are other things by Rolling Squid Bones that are on Amazon. There's The Adventures of Miss Tilney, Misadventures of Miss Tilney. Chad, don't kill me. And then Immortal Coil are both on there. Oh, and Age of Yokai is on there as well. So you can check out more stuff from Rolling Squid Bones. Just as a reminder, you can still get copies of books. I ordered extra, so I'm not out of stock. So if you want to, you can still get in here and get some books. You can get in that first print, all of that good stuff. I've actually started building the Kickstarter for issue number 8. Issue number 8 is going to launch February. I don't know what day yet, February, but that's the plan. So get in there and get your books. That's good morning. Hey, Nem, is this Nem from YouTube? It looks like. Good morning, Grant. Everybody's in the chat. Laurie, the great pusher of buttons. That is I. I will add that to my bio. I have all sorts of new names for my bio on the Kickstarter. Also, here's some friendly other friends with books that you can support. The Night Slayers. It's going to be, you can follow it, and then launching on March 3rd. Matthew, that's right before my birthday. Excellent. Good day. So Black Friday, Monday, creators deal from companies suck as now small businesses and indies have better deals. Oh, where you're talking about the controversy. I'm going to bring in my guests, and I want to talk about this controversy. So everybody, please welcome Fish Lee, the giant of comics, the fastest hands in the West, and my good friend and muse.
The king of controversy.
Controversy about Black Friday. And from the things that I'm hearing, a ton of stores did this, where they had items that were like, let's say normal price is $6.25. And then on Black Friday, it was $12.75.
But you can get it for 50% off. Yeah.
Yeah, which is still more.
Because we just doubled the price. Yeah.
Even though it's like a few cents, it's like 30
cents
more.
They've been doing that for a long time, but they did it a lot this time around. But I mean, it's not uncommon.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's been going on a lot longer than people realize. But oh gosh, it's just like it was Target with their giveaway bags. That was a debacle. It was like a pack of Uno cards, some breath mints, and like a lip gloss. And they waited at 3 a.m. for this giant bag, and there's like tiny little things in the bottom of the bag.
That's
Target, Michael's did it, Walmart did it, and it's like when you're paying people the minimum wage, they're not taking out the old prices, they're just putting the new price over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they move it, it's like there's your
proof. Well, that right and there. The dynamic pricing that they're doing now with everybody moving to the little digital price tags.
Yes.
So they can just change the price throughout the day depending on how crowded the store is, et cetera, how busy the day is.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. I want to pay a flat price based off of what not like the big box store like Walmart and Kroger, but like if I want to buy flour, I want to buy it from King Arthur, and they set the price. They should set the price, right? Mm-hmm. Not Kroger. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, it's Jared. Good morning, everybody. Oh gosh. Yeah, I am a March baby, Dylan. Woohoo. We're Pisces. We swim together.
Oh God. You would think I would be a Pisces with a name like Fish, but no, I was born in May.
Oh, you can be a Pisces by default. We own, you belong with us. I feel like you and I swim along the same river anyway, so.
Yeah, but I came in the tail end of Taurus, and a lot of people that know me might think I'm the tail end of a bull sometimes.
I mean, you're as big as a bull? Does that
count? Absolutely. 100%.
Oh, you're an Aries. You missed the cutoff.
Oh
Darn.
no, I'm right there at the tail end of Taurus.
Dylan's
Oh,
in March,
Dylan.
but he missed it. He's in Aries, so I don't know. I don't put much stock in that. I make my own destiny
Oh yeah.
with swords and knives and macaroons. That's how I go. You're an Aquarius? Oh, Jared's an Aquarius. Hey, fish. Dylan says, hi, fish.
Howdy, howdy.
For those that don't know you, because maybe they've been living under a rock, or
They may
maybe
have been.
they're new to the brew and haven't seen you before,
Could be.
why don't you introduce yourself to give us? You've been on the show a few times, so you don't have to go through the whole thing, but tell us who you are. You know what
Once or
influences
twice.
you, what you do, all that good stuff. I will shut
I
up.
am Mr. Fish of Mr. Fish Comics. I'm the fastest pen in indie comics. I have to do a recount. I think I just wrapped up my 120th book in the last 7 years that I've worked on. And which sounds really impressive, but you got to remember, like, a couple of those are like short stories, a couple of those are like books I just penciled. Most of them I penciled, inked, colored, lettered, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, I've worked on a lot of books in the last few years. I just put out like my God 20th book or something of my own, counting the mini comics that I put out with my big books, um, which which is a whole fun little separate sub thing that I've been doing. I just finished a mini comic. I'm wrapping up a mini comic for a client for the first time because he liked mine so much and he wanted something easy and free to give away to the kids at the con that he's throwing this year. And
Nice.
so, hey, this is fun. I'm excited to be working on it. But yeah, I make a lot of comics like Alice Lost
Hey.
in Wonderland, which issue 3 is shipping out right now. I've been hearing my son slamming the door as he's toting everything out to the car to take it to the post office. And other than a couple of international big boxes that I gotta still get postage on, and like 2 surveys I'm waiting on, I think everything else is going out, including one for one L Calcaterra, which I'm excited. I'm excited for you to get your hands on and check out and see what you
Me
think of it.
too. I always love unboxing Fish's stuff. Fish actually inspired me to up my packaging game.
Oh yeah,
We talked about that because Fish was like, "Hey, did you know?" Because Fish and I both make T-shirts, right?
yeah.
So we both have a press, and we get the HTV and we make the T-shirts ourselves. And, and Fish was like, "Did you know that the HTV you can press it onto the box?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, shut up, what?" He was like, "Yup." He's like,
And it
"You
comes
can
out looking
put your
really cool.
HTV right on that box with your
And like
T-shirt
that's the
press."
same design that I had for the T-shirt on the last campaign. So
Yeah.
I just got a bunch of extras of them, and they fit really nicely on the box. And then, like, we talked about this particular box, I even made like a cardboard insert in here that holds the posters and the minifigures and stuff safely inside there, and made sticker prints to go on the inside of the box. And there's one on the inside cover, there's one on the inside bottom of the box. So it's a whole experience as you go down through, and then you get to the one at the bottom. And
Yes.
it's
So,
but
okay, so this is originally Fish's idea. And so I made a box. And I was like, "Fish, what boxes do you use?" And I was like, "These are totally the boxes that Fish used. I just got them in black."
oh yeah.
And then I did what Fish did. And so I made HGV. Now, this one I messed up on. So this is my model, because when you open it up, it says thank you with a skull. But of course, I did it upside down.
I'm telling you,
Because
that's
it
an
was my
easy
first one. And I
mistake
was,
to make. I had a couple, like,
mhm.
you got to figure this stuff out. I made a template on my heat press, like it has a rubber mat inside my heat press. I actually
Because
drew on it in Sharpie to make a template to show me where, like for my Gemini mailers, when I put it here, this is the marks where I need to put my little, hey, thanks
ooh,
for your support. And I got a whole bunch of little ones made on a gang sheet. So I got hundreds of these little
yep.
Mr. Fishes that are all like, hey, thanks for your support. And this time around, I even wrote little personalized messages on there with your
Aw.
name and stuff on the outside of the box. You know, like, hey, Laurie, thanks so much for your support, as a little word balloon coming off of him. And mainly I do that because it's fun to get to personalize stuff for people, like I do handwritten notes for everybody. But
Yeah.
also for my OCD, it makes like a triple checklist when I grab the pack that has all the stickers and the bookmarks and it says Laurie in backer number 36. And I put that with your order and then I put it in the box and I label the outside of the box with Laurie number 36 down in the bottom corner. And so then when I put the packing label on the outside, I'm like, okay, and I can triple check and know that everything's done. So it's nice to personalize it for you. It makes my OCD
I
brain check
I
things
have a
off.
similar process. I actually have I put them away. I have little like little sheets that have like the name, the backer number, and then just has like a bunch of spaces where I can check. It has all the merch, right? And so I could put like 1, 2, people get this, people get that. Is it a t-shirt? What's the style? And then so I highlight things if there's a 2, like they got 2
Mhm.
copies of the same thing. Okay, highlight that. So I can go through and double check it. And so I'm putting it together. I have my mother-in-law check it before it goes in the box. But yeah, like I have a sticky note that goes with the box that says this
Mhm.
is Fish's box, you know what I mean? Until I put it in the wrapper and then put the label on it. So I feel you. Otherwise, it's like I sent Fish's stuff to
Oh, I've
house.
got to triple, quadruple check it. And this is the first time so far, knock on wood, that I haven't had to cut a box open because I realized I got so far and forgot to put the metal bookmark in, and I got to go back and put them in. Like
I've
none
done
of
that
that
where
this
it's
time.
like a
I
stretch
usually
goal
had like
print.
last one I had to open like 6 boxes.
It's
This
like
time nothing.
I did 60 boxes and I was like, "Oh, look, my stretch goal prints. I found these." None of those boxes have them.
Yeah.
Buy
Yeah.
another roll of tape.
That was another thing. That was a weird, funny little milestone that I didn't expect to hit. But this time, packing my orders took well over 1 roll of tape, which
Oh,
I've never done that before. So
okay,
that was an exciting milestone to hit.
it's yours. You can have it. Pops is the one that collects all my first prototypes that I mess up.
Oh yeah.
He
Speaking
has a
of
whole
Pops,
collection. It's like
you know
the
what book
Misfit
I'm
Island
talking
for
about?
Christmas.
I found it the other day.
You
I
found
found
what?
the book that Pops wants that I don't want to get out that has my name on it from when I was younger. I actually found it the other day. And because I hadn't seen it in years and I finally found it.
What's
But
the
yeah,
This is the third time
it's
I've been regularly attending this live for 3 months, and just imagine the number of times he's been on previously. Okay, so Dylan is saying this is the first time he's seen you. I think this is the third time since roughly 3 months. So this is the third time you're seeing Fish? Really? Because I canceled Fish once by accident. So it would have been 4. I felt so bad.
well, when you meet somebody that you like and you click with and that inspires your creativity and the whole
Right?
iron sharpens iron thing, I was like, oh, I'm scheduling this out for every release I have from here on out. I was hoping that I would be right in the middle of Alice 4's campaign right now when I scheduled this months ago,
In
but
December?
well, I was hoping we'd be, like, yeah, I'd be wrapping that one up or be in late pledges, I think is where I was hoping I was going to be.
Gotcha.
But had some family stuff came up, like my kids lost a grandpa, things like that.
I'm sorry.
We got COVID and then the flu, like several things just knocked us down in life for, a week at a time here or there. So I got about a month or so behind schedule. And so now I'm bumping forward to February. So hopefully everybody's over the new year and, got their feet under them again before I'm like, hey, you want to back my book? It's
I
awesome.
know.
And
I think well, you're gonna be live, I'm gonna be live. I know Chad is gonna be live, Chad Perkins. Like, everybody's gonna be live in February, so I don't know. Yes,
we'll see how it
yes,
goes.
Andrew, this is the Alice book we were talking about yesterday that I absolutely love, 100%. I wasn't ignoring you, we usually do some small talk first, and then we can show off stuff. So, but that's fine. We will show off the stuff now. So, Andrew, my friend Andrew here has been looking at some of my Kickstarter history, and Andrew, would you say that you're newer to indie comics? I think you are. correct me if I'm wrong. So it's kind of like he's asking questions about the stuff that I back because would he like it? And I'm introducing him to other indie creators because that's what I love to do. So
Mhm.
um here we are. This is Alice Lost in Wonderland. This is for 1 through 3, which was Fish's last Kickstarter. Yeah, okay.
And late
Welcome
pledges
to the
are still open. So, like,
yeah.
if you wanted to get in on it, there are still late pledges open. I'm going to be switching it over here in the next couple of days to the campaign pre-launch for issue 4. But yeah, it's going to be open until I get my bank info plugged into Kickstarter and get the pre-launch page open. My lovely, beautiful wife was so smart and wise before we went on our cruise and told me to take all the extra cards out of my wallet. So I did, and now I can't find the one that has my routing number and stuff on it. So I was tearing up
No.
the house right before the show, trying to get those last steps figured out, and
I
I had to
feel you.
give up.
We cleaned up, like you have a pile of things that you reference. Like my kid's going through CCD, so she has a bunch of dates that she has to be at the church. And I had this piece of paper on our island, which I cleaned off for Thanksgiving, and now I can't find it.
And the thing is, I know when I took it out of my wallet, I know I put it somewhere safe I wouldn't lose it. And we've had to 10-minute tidy the house like 4 times since we got back from the cruise because people were coming over. And I'm sure I put it someplace very creative and
Right.
smart where I was sure I wouldn't lose it. And I will probably find it at the back of the closet or on top of the freezer or in the toolbox or somewhere that I just knew I wouldn't lose it. That's why I've just started labeling everything
Oh
here
my gosh.
recently and just making boxes for things. So at least I know where to generally look for stuff. But yeah, this is Alice Lost in Wonderland. In this story, Alice is Wonderland is an interdimensional rift between worlds where all the public domain stories you've ever heard about are actually seeping through in this dimensional rift. And all these crazy characters are aliens and robots and ghosts and beings from other dimensions that are trapped in this rift now. And Alice and the Tin Man, she spent her whole life here. He's now her guardian and her partner, and they're bounty hunters. And they hunt the things that go bump in the night in Wonderland, and she gets bound by this magical contract to have to hunt down her adopted dad, the White Rabbit, this time traveler that tried to save her life when she was a kid from this army that was chasing him. And by the time he got rid of the bad guys, he couldn't figure out how to get her back to her home dimension. So he took her to Wonderland and did the best he could to raise her. And now she's a deadly bounty hunter and she's out for blood and she wants dad's head on a platter. How did
Look
we
at
get
that.
there? Why did she hate him? How did she go from loving him as a kid to wanting to kill him now? All this
Right.
stuff is getting figured out as the puzzle unfolds. And each issue, you get snippets of when she was a kid with Rabbit and going on adventures and stuff. And then you see her tracking him down now as an adult. And the more it goes on through this first 6-issue arc, the more you're going to see how things changed over time. And, how one of the things I really love in issue 3 is you get to see a little snippet of how she's really starting to mimic him, and she's starting to wear her hair like his, and she's starting to dress
Mhm.
like him, and she's gone from wearing her little blue dress to now she's dressing more like a pirate, and she has a little medicine bag around her neck like he does. And but then they still end up having this fight because he doesn't want to take her on this dangerous mission, and she's like, well, if it's too dangerous for me, why are you going? And he's literally the only person she has in the world. She's lost her dad and her sisters and everything. So
I didn't
this
tell
is
Fish about the game. He's gonna see the rabbit, by the way. You'll find out.
so this is the only person she has in the world to depend on, and now he's going off on something that's going to risk his life, and that's terrifying. And they have this big fight, and my buddy T.S. Luther has written the script for issue 2 and 3, and the beauty that he brings to the story, like, he's playing with my characters that I've been working on for 30 years in my sandbox, but the beauty and the depth that he brings to it and the emotional stuff that he brings to it, like this fight between them had me crying as I was drawing it, because like it so reminded me of those times with my kids when they were little, and the things that I really wish I hadn't said, or the things they said to hurt me because they were mad, that really stung, and I tried not to let them know how much it hurt. And it was oh, he brings such beauty to the story, and does things that I would not have done. Like in issue 2, he takes this little side character on like several pages of little side quest in the middle of all this action, to build this dude's character. And it's so exciting, and it's so dramatic, and it's so powerful and cool. And I just love that little. I would not have wasted like 4 pages to this little side quest. I would have had, bam down knockout action, but it's so much fun, so cool what he brings to this. I love collaborating with him on it. And that's something I've kind of missed getting to do on my own books, because when I do it all, it's fun, but you miss that back and forth collaboration. Like when you come up with an idea and that inspires me and that inspires you, and then you back and forth, that's the good juicy stuff. That's what I love.
Yes. And I think that's really just to kind of caveat here. That's one of the reasons why I love one being a part of this community, is because people are so generous with ideas, and we love to collaborate. Creative people love it. I love it when
Oh
Fish
yeah.
is on the show, because I'm always by the end of the show, he will inspire me to do something new. You just watch. And then, again, this show, I get to talk to so many independent creators, learn from them, inspire and be inspired, and just we have such a great time. So that's one of the benefits of what we do, because Fish also has a podcast as well. And so it's so great. It's such a great feeling to collaborate with ideas and then to see it come to life. The
Oh,
juices, get the juices flowing. That's right, Dylan. 100%.
I absolutely love that. And like I love I love getting to share all the tips and tricks and stuff that I pick up that make my job easier as an
Yeah.
illustrator, that lets me get things done looking great and consistent and fast, and lets me work as fast as I can. I love sharing that information with other people. Like there's nothing but benefit for me if I can help more people make more awesome books. That's great.
Yeah,
And
exactly. It's more stuff for
I,
me to read and enjoy, right?
and people are always surprised when they hit me up and they're like, hey, who are you using for your printer or whatever? And I'll give you their contact and their phone number and their first name. Like I'll give you everything I got. What am I gonna hide? Like if
Right,
I
right.
can help you make better books quicker, faster, easier, why would I not help you with that? And
Absolutely.
I'll absolutely tell you what I figured out that didn't work too.
Right, right. By the way, don't do this because
Oh
that
man.
didn't work for
I
me
I
or
totally
anyone.
did not account when I added hats and hoodies into this one, into the big swag pack, that like I could fit a hat in that box with like 2 comics. I couldn't fit it in the order with the whole library and a hoodie and everything else. So I ended up having to
Jeez.
ship 2 boxes out for
Aw.
that. That stings. I wish I had thought that out better, but learn from my mistakes and plan your boxes better before you do it.
Jared, this is such a nice thing to say, by the way. Lori definitely inspires me, and looking at this campaign, Mr. Fish makes me wonder how mine funded. Don't say that. Yours was fabulous, and I just filled out my survey for Books of Riot, by the way. So I'm really looking forward to getting my copy. Not only does this look great, the book looks amazing too. Fish also inspired me to up my Kickstarter page game. So when you see these animated uh what do you call them? Headers. Because again, on this left side, look where my mouse is on the left over here. All
Mhm.
of these things are clickable, right? And it takes you to
Yeah.
the header. And so he animated these. So now I have animated headers because of Fish. Thank you, Fish.
And I think I have them because of Charlie McElvey. I think, like, I
See?
mean, I'm always looking to my friends and see, like, what did they do that upped the game, that made it look better, made it more interesting. And like, I was just looking at a campaign yesterday. I was looking down like the highest funded campaigns recently, and most of them, admittedly, are books that I'm not going to do. So I can't
Yeah.
really copy what they're doing because I'm not going to do that type of book. But for the people that were kind of close to what I was doing, I looked at how they were laying it out, and I saw this one guy had a way shorter, simpler like layout, and started out with like almost a webtoon scroll of like, this is who the character is, this is why they're doing what they do, this is where they are, like just explain the whole story in this like webtoon scroll. And I'm going to mimic that, except I'm going to use illustration words, so it's easier to translate onto a phone and stuff, and you don't end up with lettering that's too small for them to read on the phone. But take a panel from the comic and then just break it down into like, this is who she is, this is what she's doing, this is where we are in the story, this is what makes the story unique. The whole interdimensional time travel thing of it, is a cool, interesting twist on this. That it's
who was it? It wasn't Jared. It was Fred Schwartz. That was on the show. This is something that I want to copy from Fred, is that he had, because I don't know about you, but my issue 1 is a free read on Global Comics and free read on like Drive Through Comics, stuff like that. And he had the link on his Kickstarter to read issue 1 for free. And I was like, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
I put the link to my newsletter sign up where you could download it for free, and that way I could get your email and keep up with you and stuff.
That's smart.
You can always cancel if you want to, but
I just might throw it up there too, because people, I mean, like where you are in their story, you're on issue 3 going on issue 4. So sometimes people are looking at like, my next one is number 8. So people are looking at like, how do I know if I'm going to like 8 if I haven't read the first one? And so I think that's important, to maybe let them read the first issue for free right off of there, just so they can see, like what you're getting yourself into. I mean, my first issue is Big James, so I love this picture. I love when people share this. Look at this. Look at all these books going out. One of those is mine.
Oh so yeah, like that bottom box, like I think probably 4th from yonder side over there is Laurie's.
Is it really?
I think so, actually.
They're right over here. This one is mine, right? Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've got the big deluxe boxes. I've got the Gemini mailers, which are all customized with the little DTF print on it. This is a much smaller one, but it's a little picture of me with a thumbs up saying thanks for your support. And the only one that's not customized are the big mailers. I forgot to do it, and I was kind of locked in by my recliner with tables and boxes and full of stuff, and I was like, I'm not going back to the heat press right now. But the big ones are for people that just ordered like a book or 2 and the poster, and I have those big mailers so I can mail the posters flat, and the deluxe boxes have the cool little pocket where I can roll them up, and I got little sleeves and the whole 9 yards. But yeah.
Andrew has a question. If you have a website outside of, I know MrFish.com usually takes us to the newest. Is there a website?
Go Mr. Fish takes you to the newest. MrFishComics.com takes you to my site, and you can buy everything up to Alice issue 2 there.
But I do want to show off, because I'm reading another series by Fish that's fabulous. I haven't started the other one. But let me show you guys, especially Andrew, because I do read.
Could be any number of things.
Yeah, well, Green Zone for sure. I highly recommend Green Zone. Okay. And so I got that off of Kickstarter, but you're a few issues into that. Of course, Alice and Lost in Wonderland. Did you send me Caw? I think you might have at some point. I haven't read it though.
So Mighty Caws. It's fun. I love that one. It's like a R-rated love letter to Saturday morning cartoons. It is a big bloody bird barbarian killing his way across the galaxy. It's just bloody fun. It's just the biggest, baddest dude. Every time something new gets thrown at him, he just slices his way through it, whether it's space pirates or it's serpent soldiers or he gets shipwrecked on a lost planet. Like it's so much fun. He is just chaos incarnate, and I love it. He just writes himself. I love it.
Wish. So there you go, Andrew. MrFishComics.com. I'll drop it in the chat.
And the Mighty Caw is a cheaper book too. It's a little bit shorter. Like I went for that Saturday morning cartoon vibe. It's like when we last saw our hero, he was hanging off a cliff, and then wham bam, you kill the monster. And it's like, oh no, he's hanging from a space volcano, and like it's just bam 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 fun, and I absolutely love it. And so anyway. That's one of my favorites, and always a big seller at shows. But Alice has taken over at the shows,
Alice,
man.
is Alice your baby? You think Alice is,
Oh yeah.
the
I mean,
baby?
this is the story I've been wanting to tell for 30 years. And
Yeah.
originally it was focused on who's now named Rabbit. But it started as a story about this barbarian that had essentially the sword is like a TARDIS. It could go anywhere and do anything. And what would you do if you could go anywhere with this sword that cuts through reality and you didn't have any rules? So it started out more of as a power fantasy as a kid, like if you could just go anywhere and have any adventures and do whatever you wanted to do and nobody could stop you. And he was being hunted the whole time by this unstoppable bounty hunter dude that was chasing him, who is now the Scarecrow in this story, because he's like made of junk, and he can blow his arm off, he can stick it back on. And he when I mixed my idea of Alice, and I was just talking with a friend like you, and somebody was asking me, like, where do you get all these ideas from? And I was like, it could be anything. And I just started spitting off some ideas. And one of them was, what if Alice is a wandering Ronin samurai in an interdimensional rift of Wonderland? And, all the different characters are aliens. And I could not get that idea out of my head. It just
I love how you describe her as that girl at Coachella.
Oh yeah, that's now. She's like that beautiful girl with dreads at Coachella that is kind of greasy and smells bad, but she's beautiful, and she's probably going to cut you, but it's going to be an exciting ride, and just go along and pray for the best. And she's beautiful, and she's dangerous, and she's stinky, and I love her. Like, there's one scene where she gets covered in fruit and she's shaking off like a dog. She's chaotic and destructive and doesn't think about the consequences. And here you got the Tin Man just chasing after her, trying best he can to keep her alive and trying to keep everything, it's like he adopted this mangy, crazy dog that's always getting into trouble, and he's desperately trying to keep this thing alive, and is desperately running out into traffic at every moment. And I love the relationship between them. Like, she's hurt and she's mean and she's dangerous, and he is so sweet and kind and thoughtful, and there's such a crazy combination to have together. But at the same time, when it comes to protecting Alice, he will flat put a bullet through you in a second and not think twice about it, because he promised to watch over her, and that's what he's going to do. And he don't want to take anybody out, but if it's a question between protecting Alice, goodbye, you're gone.
Okay, I gotta say, one of my favorite antagonists that you wrote is this cobbler. He's insane. He has these little spiders that are made of fingers that are creepy and gross, and they can do so many things that they're not supposed to be able to do. And the more I read, the worse it gets.
Oh yeah.
The fact that anybody would make a deal with this, I don't even want to call him
it seems so
He's not a person.
good in the beginning. Like, he'll offer you absolutely anything. And the cool thing about, oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I'm so proud of the way the design came out for him. And you're welcome, because I almost designed him in my head for years. Half of his body was this intricate, like, cutout filigree stuff that showed all the gears working inside of him, until I realized I did not want to draw that 10,000 times.
7,000 times.
Yeah, I was like,
no,
nope,
but instead you drew finger spiders.
Yeah, the finger spiders still kill me.
Oh
but my son absolutely hates me because he colored half the first book. And anytime those spiders come up, he starts cussing, because he had to color all of those spiders. And yeah, he hates me for that. But
okay, so this scene cracks me up. It's just like epitome Alice, where she's in there. Nobody kills White Rabbit but me. You know what I mean? So that's like a huge twist in the story, because here we are thinking he's her father figure, and that she calls him my sweet rabbit, she's talking to him about it, previous pages. And then she gets here, blows this man away, and says, nobody kills him but me.
How do you do?
Oh God, this story takes on a new twist. And I'm just like, what happened? And
I
then
call
it just
her
gets worse
the
from
bloodiest
there.
bounty hunter for a reason. She's not necessarily the best, but a lot of people die. And she lays waste to folks.
She's
It is
killing
a
her. The scene that comes after this is just hilarious. So funny. This is so funny. Like, I crack up that she's in there just having this saloon brawl, and the Tin Man is just over here whistling to himself. And okay, if you pay attention to Fish's books, there are QR codes hidden inside. Okay, so
sometimes
you can listen to what song Tin Man
yeah.
is whistling for this scene, and it's chef's kiss. It really is.
There's also
Um,
like there's secret puzzles and stuff to figure out that are pretty well hidden. Some of them some of them some of them really surprised me that anybody figured them out. You know, the fact that like I know a
me.
dude that could like read Kryptonian on sight
Oh, that's
really
not me.
surprised me. Like I mean I know some nerds, but that's like some hardcore nerd. That's like
That is
PhD
hardcore
nerd
nerd.
stuff.
People that speak in Klingon to each other. What is wrong
Yeah.
with you?
Um but like there's lots of little secret things in there. But since I met Laurie and she turned me on to the QR code thing, I issue 2 and 3 between those books, there's 3 hidden messages from Rabbit in there. And if you find them, you get to hear him leaving like voicemails for Alice and stuff. And it's really cool. It's really fun to get to do. It's a really fun way to add a little more lore and stuff to the book. And and the mini comics are a whole separate little adventure that young Alice is going on. And if you pay attention, you get to see how much stuff has changed in this realm between when she was a kid and now. And it's really cool. Stuff goes back and forth between it. But you know, if you're not reading the mini comics, then you know it's still a great book. And like when Captain Hook shows up, it's really awesome. But if you're reading the mini comics, when Captain Hook shows up in the main comics, you know a lot has happened. And it's juicy and I love it. Oh my god. I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to get their hands on issue 3 because it is so good. And
Can I tell them? Can I tell them
what do you want to tell them?
about the audio?
Oh yeah. You can absolutely tell them
Okay.
about that.
All right. So, Fish and I were just throwing ideas like we always do. And he was saying something about doing an audio version of the comic, which has been on my bucket list as well. Maybe not an audio version directly of my comic, but to do like an audio drama set in the world of Path of the Pale Rider. And we were just throwing stuff around. I was like, I will definitely record voice work for you. And so I think it was like a day later, Fish was like, so my friend,
How about
I'm curious
that
for
voice work you're
you.
talking about? And so far, you're the only person I've hit up to help them that actually came through. Because
Really?
everybody else I've hit up for help has been like, you know, oh yeah, I'd love to. Oh, this came up or that came up or this came up or that came up. And um
Ooh.
I thought I was going to be done with all of this by now and be able to send these out, but I'm still waiting on finding somebody for Captain Hook's voice.
Ah,
And I really want to find a black voice actress to do the voice of Captain Hook because I'm not a
yeah.
big fan of like, you know, whitewashing roles and stuff. Like I'd like representation in there. The whole reason I didn't do one for Green Zone yet is because I can't find a Korean voice actor to do the voice of Danny Kim.
Ah.
And but so I'm looking for somebody to fill that role. So if anybody knows anybody that would be
Yeah.
interested, I
We're
need
gonna
it
put out the
quickly.
call right now. So we're casting. I say we're casting. Fish is casting, not me. I just lend my pipes, but this is Captain Hook.
Yep.
So looking for someone. Oh, I don't know if you fit Captain Hook, but Fish, if you need other voices, who was it? Where? Oh, Cheshire Cat. We were looking for
Yeah.
someone.
And I talked with a buddy of mine who's a living cartoon who is super excited about doing it, but he's also been moving and stuff. So I don't know. I'm waiting to
Yeah.
see if he comes through on that
Yeah. What
because
about
as it
PJ?
stands right now, a lot of the voices are mine and I can do, you know, a few different voices, but it kind
It's
of sounds a
hard.
lot of one note.
Right. It's hard when, like, you're trying to put on an accent, but we can still tell that it's Fish, and
Yeah,
Fish is talking, and then let's say it's me talking, but then the next character is not Fish, but it's still played by Fish. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah.
so if you do voice acting or you would like to try, contact Fish because he would love to put together, and it's going to sound amazing. Like Fish put together like a rough copy. He is still switching a couple voices, but amazing. Hey, look
And
who it is.
next
Hello.
time next time I definitely I want to get some friends together and just do like a live recording and like say
Ooh.
do it as like a private stream and let the backers on certain tiers that want to come watch and hang out and just get us all together and read through the book like twice in like an hour or something. And between that I should have plenty to be able to cut up to do the read
Yeah.
along book and still get to have the interaction of us talking to each other and stuff. And now, like, like with Restream, I can take each one of these little segments out as its own little bit of video and audio, so I would have just my talking and not us talking over each other, and be able to edit that down and move it to where I need to. And and I think that would be a fun thing for people to get to watch. And I know I'll get it done in that hour because everybody will
Right.
be there to record it.
Right, and then you don't have to hunt people down
Yeah,
to record it. I feel you. It says, "Wait, Uncle Fish, I do voice acting and no others, right? We'll be texting you later on." There you go. See?
absolutely.
Absolutely. We just needed to talk about it on the show. So one of my favorite things about one, I got to see Alice 3 before
Mhm.
everybody else did. I was like, "Yes,
Like,
yes, I
just
sign
as
up."
soon as it was done.
As soon as he sent it to me, I was like, "I'm recording today." Like, I'm so excited. And then Fish was like, "Hey, can you record some groans, grunts, and fighting noises?" And I was like, "Abso-freaking-lutely."
Yeah, because like there's this whole fighting scene where Alice doesn't really say anything,
Right?
but she's dodging and ducking and getting shot at and stuff and fighting and busting through glass. And so we need some
Now,
chaos sounds for that.
I can say that I probably am a little of Alice when it comes to fighting because I love fighting. And so I had a blast making all those noises because I know that she would not only be fighting, but laughing
Oh
and
yeah.
like, haha, take this. And like
Oh yeah.
getting punched in the face and like, oh, that was a good shot. I understand.
Is that the best you got? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
come
she would
on.
definitely be the one to, like, get a tooth knocked out and be like, "Is that all you got?"
Yeah.
Like, she's not gonna back down. She's not. and I love seeing, like, how she goes, from being this little girl that's, like, apologizing to people as they get hurt as she's running around them and stuff and dodging them, to now, like, just shooting people straight up, when she meets them.
Yeah. I
Or
won't
shooting people to
no
make a
comment.
point,
I'm gonna
you
keep that to
know,
myself.
like,
Lupin's partner is in the kitchen, does the voice of Darkseid,
"Oh, yeah?
and
Ooh."
send him to Fish. Also, Dylan says you should ask the Artcasters crew. Have you been on Artcasters? They're great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, love
absolutely.
them.
Yeah, I went on there, a month or 2 ago. Actually, home dude, Circworks, dude, he's the reason I kickstarted my first comic. Like, I didn't even
Really?
know it was a thing until I just happened across one of his videos because I was wanting to make my first comic, and I was trying to figure out like how to print it and stuff. And he did a video on like kickstarting a comic book and sending it to like Kablam to get it printed, and just went through all the steps. I didn't even know that was a thing. I felt
Yeah,
so bad that my first Kickstarter I hadn't supported any because I didn't know it was a thing until then. Now I'm
right.
like, now I'm well over 300 that I backed in the 7 years since. But I you don't know what you don't know, man. If I'd have known, I'd have been on it a
Yeah,
long time ago.
that is cool, isn't it? And it's
Mhm.
funny, how small sometimes the circle is,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
find out, like, who inspired us to get started, and then hopefully we're inspiring other people
And,
to get
like, I
that
haven't
same.
been doing this that long. Like,
No.
I just crossed 7 years since I published T-Man and Hyperstrike the first time on Kickstarter,
Wow.
and
I
And since then, I managed to grow a full-time career and pay the mortgage. And, we bought a new house and moved and all this stuff because I'm making money drawing muscle men beat each other up in their underwear. But, it hasn't been that long. I don't feel like I've been on TikTok and stuff that long, but now there's this
No.
whole group of guys behind me that are like, dude, you inspired me to do this. Like, TS was sending me messages like, man, your videos mean so much to me. And I've stepped out and I'm starting to write comics, and, I quit my day job and I'm going to make a go of this. Will you read the script that I did? And I was like, yeah, I'll read your script. Sure. And I'm already trying to think of like the nice things I can say, like, wow, you used a lot of words, and man, you used punctuation in every sentence. And I'm gonna have something positive to say for sure, because this dude reached out to me and said all these nice things.
Until it was really good.
And then I read the script for Hellion and Bash #1, and it inspired me, and I got all excited. I legit got mad. I'm still a little salty that I didn't get to illustrate that book, but he was like halfway through illustrating it with his artist, and I was like, but I want to do it. It's good. And we've worked together now on several stuff. That when I saw how talented he was and how devoted he was, how motivated he was, I'm saying that's how I make my livings. And he was so talented that I kept him close by, and I started hiring him to edit books for me. And then I had him start writing like the mini comic for me. And then I got between Alice 1 and 2, he was helping me as editor figure out just how much of this 30 years we were going to cut down into a 6-issue arc, and where was going to be a good stopping point, and how much were we going to put in, and how much did I have to leave for other times and other things. And and he really helped me craft that into a good little chunk. And I was busy with a client book, and I was like, would you want to write the script?
Yeah.
And he jumped at the chance, and now I can't get it back from him, but he's made it so much better. And I'm a little mad that everybody comes to me and is like, man, book 1 was good, but the world just really came alive in book 2, and it's so much richer and deeper and more complex. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
but it is. He brought so much to it, and that's the thing. Like, I can make as good a book as I can make, but the working with him and the bouncing ideas off of each other and the seasoning that he brings to the soup and stuff just makes the flavors sing in a way that I couldn't have done by myself. And like, he has Alice have an emotional kind of breakdown moment, start crying at one point in the book. I wouldn't have done that till book 6. She would have just been a hardcore, cold-hearted badass until book 6. And but he showed that emotional side early, and I freaking love it, man. He's made it.
I think it was great timing, because it made that scene in the 3rd issue so much more meaningful. Why she was there, what she was looking for, and kind of some of the choices that she made that maybe she regrets. So it just made her more, like, fleshed her out as a person that you could empathize with, because we've all made mistakes and been in a situation like that where it's like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Or the situation is pretty extreme what she did. So I'm just saying, like, none of us have actually been in that situation, but we've been in that relationship, is what I'm trying to say.
Now look,
I was like, let me rephrase that. None of us have been there.
Blowing up your ex is not that uncommon. I mean, let's be honest.
I wasn't going to spoil it.
We both live in the South. Now, come on, a little high explosives between friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TS, by the way, is really blowing up over on TikTok. I see his reels, or his I guess they're called TikToks, TikTok, whatever. I see them all as they go by because I friended him. It's funny because when I was doing those indie talk videos, and I need to do some more, I just you do them so much, and then it's like,
you get busy. Like, I feel you. I've got a stack of books I've been meaning to go through and do videos about, that I've gotten from people that I'm excited about, all this stuff. But also, like, books have to get made and bills have to get paid. And, there's only so much time in a day in a stupid linear timeline. If I was in Wonderland, I'd have a much easier time with this.
Right. Well, I found that the more I released, the less views I was getting because TikTok is like, "Oh, she's getting more views. We might have to monetize, so we're gonna suppress." That is my
It
theory,
happens.
because when you go from 400 and 500 down to 100, 200 views, it's like, "What happened?"
Hmm.
So, but anyway, I'm over there watching TS, and I hopped onto one of his live streams, and TS Luther, TS Luther is one of the he's a co-writer. We were just talking about he's a writer,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
was
he's
talking
written
to Fish,
Hellion
approach
and
Fish to read a
Bash,
script.
Tokyo Fire. He's written issues 2, 3, and 4 of Alice Lost in Wonderland. He's written all the Alice Lost in Wonderland mini comics for me. He's also wrote The Digger, a 4-issue series that's coming out from Invader Comics right now, which you can go to your local comic shop and ask them to order The Digger, Digger. It's essentially what if Indiana Jones was hunting short round, and it's following this kid, in this, it's somewhere in Central America, and you're following this kid. His like grandma's losing the house and all this stuff, and he's desperate to try and make money. And this white dude is coming in, paying people to take him to dig sites and stuff, but he's pillaging and whatnot, and things go bad. And it's beautiful. The artwork is freaking amazing, and the books are all finished. It's all ready to go, and Invader Comics is releasing them. I believe they come out in January, but the
Mhm.
ending order date is sometime here in December. So you need to call your local comic shop and tell them to order the Digger ASAP. I pre-ordered the whole freaking series because TS is my boy and I love him and I can't
He's an
wait.
excellent writer.
Yeah,
Um,
he really
and
is talented.
when I was in his live stream, he was like, "Laurie, I'm gonna be in your DMs. I'm gonna write stuff for you." And I was like, "Uh-oh."
He'll do it too. And I mean, the
Like,
dude is
"Well, they might
talented,
have
much
hated
like
TS."
Lori. Once I met her, I wouldn't let her go. And I kept pestering her and I keep messaging her and talking to her because when I see somebody that's smart and doing good stuff and putting out quality work, I want to keep those people in my circle because
Well,
there's a
yeah,
whole lot of people putting out a whole lot of stuff. The people putting out really good, impressive stuff are few and far between. And
yeah,
when I meet those people, I want to stick around those people. I want to stay close and, learn from
agreed,
them, pick up what they're putting down. That's what I'm after. And it's been nothing but helpful to me. And if I can in any way be helpful to anybody else, that's what I'm all about.
agreed, 100% what he said. Like, when I find people that are influential to me, I'm like, "Haha, come on the show. Let's talk about things. Will you read this?" Like, I those are my beta readers when I'm like, "Hey,
Mhm.
what do you think about this?" And da da da.
Well, I
Um,
picked up so much from other creators that have been willing to like come sit on video chats with me and like walk me through how to set up a pirate ship account and do
yeah,
all that stuff, or walk me through BackerKit, which is still too confusing for me. It's BackerKit's a lot of hassle.
I haven't used
Um
it yet either.
I it was, even having somebody walk me through it, I was like, yeah, that's more than my brain can handle. I'll do it my troglodyte way, which has been working for me so far. Um, but like they've helped me so much with shipping, like pointing out things like paying attention to how much I'm moving when I'm packing. And if I'm having to stretch too far over here to do something, I need to move that thing closer.
Yes.
And if I'm having to stop and like pick this thing up and flip it over and turn it around, I need to flip the whole stack over and turn it around so I can just grab the bag and stick the book in, and and do it more, make it more assembly line and make it
Yes.
go faster. Like I sign all my books now one night while I'm just sitting there watching TV, and I'll just sign stacks and stacks of books and lay them out to dry and whatnot so that it doesn't get smeared. Because in the beginning, I was packing each order like I would from the TikTok shop or from my website, and I'm signing your book and I'm putting it in the bag and I'm putting like a trading card or whatever, and doing each thing individually, and it took a week to get the all the orders done out that way.
Mhm.
But if I just spend the night, like after dinner one night, I just sign books while we're watching TV. And, my wife is putting boards in bags while I'm signing books. And then once they're dry, we bag all those up and put them all in a box ready to go.
Mhm.
Then when it's time to pack the Kickstarter, I can just grab,
Yep.
and, and even to the point, I hope people don't think it's cheap. To me, it's nostalgic and reminds me of like the bundles of comics we used to get as a kid, like at the store. You get like that bag that would have like 5 back issues in it, for $2 or whatever. So like when I sell like the whole back issue bundle on as an add-on on the Kickstarter, I put that all in one big bag. So like you get one
Oh,
thing that's like, boom, here's here's Green Zone. It's the whole story in one thing. And I think that's cool. It's nostalgic for me. I like it. But it also makes it easier when I'm packing the boxes to be like, okay, one bundle of one bundle of Green Zone, and it goes a
mhm.
whole lot faster and makes everything go quicker. But just paying attention to how I'm moving and moving stuff around and has saved me so much time, saved me
Yeah.
so much little fiddling time with things that really cut stuff down. But I wouldn't have known that if somebody that doesn't basically do packing for a living didn't tell me, that, hey, you need to do this, you need to save time. It's worth it to pay a little more and have, materials that work better for you and what.
Mhm. I agree. I'm with you where I'm always trying to fine tune a process and remove as many little movements as
Hmm.
I can. So, and I think you and I look at it this way because we do it really comes down to the t-shirt press
Oh yeah. Like
because when I'm
like
doing
hot peel DTF prints are so much more effective than the cold
yes.
peel because it's just that time of having to take it off and put it somewhere else, wait for it to cool, peel that off, then put it back on the press to do another press. That's too much wasted effort and
Yeah.
time. I could peel that off, do the second press, and boom, we're done. It's great. I tell you
I got a new press.
a folding jig for my
Yes, I
shirts.
love your folding jig and I need it. I need
Yeah.
you to send me the instructions so I can make my own. Because that's
Oh,
one
I
of the
could
things
do.
I hate doing. I have a piece of cardboard that's the right size to go into the cellophane bag,
Mhm.
and so I fold it around the cardboard, which helps me push it in, and then I take the cardboard out, and that seems to help, but it's still, like, it's not a perfected
See,
process.
that's what I started doing. I would start using a comic book board and I would fold the shirt around that and then stick it in the bag. And that way it would fit in a Gemini mailer to go out. But then I realized, A, I don't want to waste the money on the board to go in there. And so
Right.
I made a jig. I ran out of boards at one point too and had just enough for the books. So I
Yeah.
made the jig to fold it to the right size. And that works so well. And when I fold it up in these bags, it comes up to just the same size. It's in the other room. I thought I had it here behind me, but it's in the other room. But I can
Next
send
time
you
you see me, I'll show
a
you the jig.
picture of it.
It's like
The only
like you
real
put the shirt on it and, like, you fold this one, you
Yeah,
fold this one, you fold this one, and it's done, right?
yeah, it has 2 long boards, so I fold the sides of the shirt over, and then it has several little boards where, like, the ones you would get if you worked at the Gap or something, only have, like, 1 piece to fold over in the middle.
Yeah.
Mine has a couple so that it folds it small enough to fit in the Gemini mailer, but that's the only real difference between, like, the ones you'd buy at the store, and, but yeah,
Mail my
it
own pieces. Potential of high orders causes me anxiety. Wanna be more professional or more personal, so doing it myself is best, but I already have enough anxiety. I feel you.
and that's something you gotta take into account because, like, the anxiety is a real thing, and, like,
Mhm.
is it worth it to you to do that? Like, I do handwritten cards in all of my things, and I get them printed, like, as postcards in bulk, and it's got a little smiling picture of me down in the corner, and then the rest of it's open so I can write a little handwritten thing and then a little to show that that's the word balloon to the Mr. Fish saying, hey, Laurie, thanks so much for all your support. You're awesome. Can't wait to read the next Path of the Pale Rider, and then drop that in. But it helps my anxiety to do that because then I have Lori and the order number and everything in there, so I can make sure that that's the right thing going in the right box, and it helps me in my brain. So I do
Mhm.
lots of little things like that to help my anxiety and make
Yeah,
it easier for me,
and
and
I
making
feel
a
you.
repetitive list helps.
Dylan, especially because like no matter how many times I've been over the list, there's always a shirt that's wrong.
Oh yeah.
Either it's the wrong size or
Or you forgot to order the right number of, like, I forgot. I usually triple check I make multiple lists and triple check the numbers, add them up and make sure everything matches up right,
yeah.
just to make sure I didn't miss something somewhere. And I still missed something this time because one guy ordered the entire library and then he ordered the whole Cobb bundle and the whole Green Zone bundle.
Wow.
And so when I ordered the source books that I was out of that I needed for those books, for some reason I didn't account for those extra bundles he got. I missed it somewhere in the counting. And so when it came to do one for what is up, brother?
Good morning, Al.
When I had to send
Sorry.
when I had to send my order out to one of my good buddies that orders absolutely everything every time, I had to pull one of my source books off the wall because I was short one that I had pinned up there. So he got one of
Mhm.
my special ones. But I made a miscount.
Sometimes that's how it goes. I remember someone ordered stuff off my website and I forgot to take down. I had sold the last variant of XYZ at a con. And
Mhm.
like you don't think about it. And so someone had ordered it off my website. And I was like, oh no. But I actually it was a Ken Salinas cover and he's in Texas. And so we were actually at a con together. And I was like, do you have any of these? Can I buy one from you? Like, and he was like, oh, I got one left and it's a remark. You can have it. And I was just like, oh my God. Like I got so lucky because I was like, I don't plan on printing anything, for
Mhm.
months. I was like, boop.
Yeah.
So we
Oh, I
feel
got
you, Dylan. There's always something, but it's like you just make it work.
yeah. I mean, it's figuring it out. And sometimes, I mean, sometimes you might have to just message them and be like,
Yeah.
hey, this, I'm out of this thing or whatever. Like this time around, I did like I think a 50 run of my variant covers because some of the best covers I've done have been variant covers.
Yeah.
And up until now, I've always done them as limited edition, like only for the Kickstarter and never going to print again. This time I did them limited run of 50. And because some of the best covers I did, I couldn't take to shows and stuff because I only made the like 12 that were ordered for the backers, and that was it. It's not getting printed
Yeah.
again because that's what I said. Even though there's some of my favorite covers, and I'd love to do it, but OCD won't let me break the rule because I said I
Right.
can't do that, and so I won't. But I did reuse some into posters on the last Green Zone one because I
Oh,
had Drew Moss, who's doing like Thundercats and worked on gargoyles and stuff.
cool.
He did variant covers for Green Zone for me, and they're absolutely beautiful. And the fact that I couldn't reuse those again was killing me. So I
Yeah.
made big. Oh, I've got them here. I made big 11 by 17 posters out of them.
That.
Like that's legit one of my favorite pictures of Bellamy ever drawn, and I didn't draw
Wow.
it. But
That's gorgeous.
his faces are just gorgeous. And he did Virgil and like went back to like the horny toad. Like it looks nothing like my Virgil, but it's so gorgeous and terrifying and sad. I just absolutely love it. So
Yeah.
I'm keeping the posters around because I didn't say
Vir-
anything about the posters being limited.
I feel like Virgil is like you're a big James because
Yeah.
everybody wants to draw Virgil and they kind of like they do their own take. And I let people draw Big James pretty much how they want. He has like, his Y-shaped scar has to be there, but other than that, like you can take some liberties.
Mhm.
Just we get some really cool stuff. Like imagine if you had said like, no, that's not canon.
Oh yeah.
No, we would be missing on that beautiful art.
Oh yeah, and it came out so beautiful. And like I had so many people do fan art of the Mighty Caw,
Oh,
and
that's so
it
cool.
came out so cool. And they gave him all kinds of cool weapons and had him doing all kinds of cool stuff. And it was just epic. Like one dude drew him like straight up looked like he was in the Flintstones. And it was freaking so cute and hilarious, and I loved it. Um, I had Seth DeMoose do 2 variant covers for me, and it kills me because those variant covers are so much better than the covers I did. They're
No, that's
so
not true.
epic looking.
That's
And
very
again, those are sticking around as posters because they're just awesome.
Dylan says, I think ordering a small amount of, say, a comic and signing them might be a good idea for me so I can try to have that personal touch. That's a lot of creators do that. That's what Fish was talking about. Like he did 12 issues of a certain cover and signed them. And then that's it. Like that's all that was being made. But Lou has a point. It is that time. We're going to take a break from asking questions and we're going to play a game. All righty. And the name of this game is... That's right, Fish. We are going to play a game today, and it is called Would You Hug This? This is the brainchild of myself. I actually spawned this when Kevin Davis was on the show because he always wants to hug Big James. So I made him tell me if he would hug 17 pictures of different kinds of bears. However, your name is Fish and you write a series about Alice Lost in Wonderland. So we are going to be looking at pictures of fish and rabbits today. So my friend, your job is very easy. All you have to do is tell me, would you hug this or not? You can give me reasons or not. There's no points. There's really,
whoa. There's no points.
There's no points and there's no rules.
There's no scoreboard.
We have a good time and we laugh about these random things that I find on the internet. So first we usually start with easy ones. Cute things.
Oh,
I know. Would you hug that fish?
Fluffy, tumored up boy.
He's such a chunky boy.
Yeah, I would put my finger in and let him have as much attention as he wanted.
I don't know how big he is to hug.
Oh, yeah, he's only probably about that big.
Yeah, we might squish him if we actually hug him. But I would say yes to hugging without killing said fish. Right? That fish can kill you? This one? It's like a goldfish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lionhead goldfish.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do the rabbit today. Yes, we are, Dylan. All right, so let's see who else we got here. We got fish. Let's do a rabbit. Oh, look at this cute rabbit. Oh, my sweet rabbit. My sweet white rabbit.
And just a little cute fluffy boy. Yeah.
Probably a baby. Oh, he deserves kisses too. Yeah, absolutely. He's so cute. I had a rabbit at one point, and poor guy had the snuffles, which sounds cute, but it's like bunny plague, and he did not make it. So sadly, Spencer is now no longer. But
I have been bitten by many a rodent, and I don't care for it. But
you have disappeared off the screen, my friend. We can hear you, but not see you.
Hold on one second.
Do I have another cute fish? Oh, I do. I got another cute fish. All right, chat. Would you hug this fish? He's so smiley. It's a puffer fish.
Oh, him's cute. As long as he's not scared, I'd be good.
Yeah, because then they like puff up, right? And they get all spiky. Yeah. Him is cute too. He's got smiley. And I think, yeah, fish has entered the abyssal zone of the ocean. He sank down to the bottom where there's no light. Why is it looking at me? He says, hug me. Ty, hug me. Yes, you're gonna hug said fish.
Yeah, I would hug that one for sure.
Yeah. I would hug this fisho too. Let's see who else Laurie got. All right, so try hitting refresh fish is what Pop says.
Hold on a second.
No, you're not gonna. There you are. You're not gonna hug the puffer fish. You'd hug. Go towards the light. No, don't go towards the light. Sorry, I read it wrong.
Go towards the light, Caroline.
Fish are slimy. This is true. I don't know if I would.
Hey, look. I don't say nothing about you, Pops. Like that's cold, man.
Wait, no, we don't mean you. All right, now this is escalating just slightly because yes, it's a white rabbit, but it's one of those albino white rabbits where their eyes are red and kind of creepy.
No, albinos are cute. I mean, They
People,
got their
yes.
issues, but yeah. Oh,
I
I got no beef with that at all. I've had so many
yeah,
pet rodents. My only problem is, like I said, I've been bitten by a lot of rodents, and
yeah,
so temperament would have some. How he feels about getting hugged would have a lot to do with it,
yes.
because like rodents are like getting bit by a pair of pliers with razors in them. Man, that is not fun.
And
But
bunnies, when they get mad, they, like, stomp their feet, which sounds cute, but they also, like, hiss and they scratch.
yeah,
So, not exactly Yeah,
as long as
I'm
he's
afraid
cool
of
with
the
it,
devil eyes.
I would pick that boy up and just give him all the snuggles.
Right, ISW, I don't know, he creeps me out. Alright, we are going to escalate again. Let's see who I got for you. Oh, we got a fish. You've had a few albino pets? Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
usually they're fine. I don't know. The bunny with the red eyes kinda creeps me out. Now, this, my friends, I forget what kind of fish this is. We eat this fish. It's a flounder. Yeah?
Is it a flounder?
I think so?
It's got a lot of
Flat.
teeth.
Yeah, it weirds me out when, like, they taste great, but then you look it up and it's this ugly
Oh man,
thing.
yeah, some of them are really, really that
Like,
we
why would we
eat.
pull that out of the ocean and be like, "I'd eat that." I mean, I guess before
What's
starving.
funny is when you look into how much we've changed their names over the last like 20 years, 30
Oh,
years. Like sea bass used to have a much scarier, a much uglier name. I can't remember what it was,
yeah, I think
but
so.
they changed it in a marketing thing to make it more like, yeah, it's like the bass of the sea. And now people are eating it up. Yeah, no, I'm not
You're not
messing with
hugging the
that guy,
flounder? Look
mostly
at his
just because
teeth.
I know he doesn't wanna get messed with,
Like,
and I don't
he
wanna
has
get bit.
teeth in his mouth. I mean, like, what are these? These are spikies here. He's got spike I mean, like, here's the problem. When you start tasting good and everything wants to eat you, you gotta turn into, like, the scariest MFer in the water,
It
right?
looks like some type of anglerfish because 'cause he's got the lure on his head, and
Yeah, I think, though, I'm pretty sure it's some type of flounder because 'cause they're flat. They like that's their defense mechanism besides all the teeth and the sharp pointy things, is they are flat and they disappear into the bottom of the ocean. They like blend in with the dirt and the sand on the bottom and they're flat,
mhm,
so it's like low profile.
yeah,
Probably not kiss it. Yeah, no.
no,
I don't even know if I'm not it looks like it would hurt. Yeah. Yeah. All
yeah,
right.
that's a nope.
This is for our nerd friends. If you know, you know. Would you hug this rabbit? Hold, please. I need to make it bigger. Do we
That
know?
would be a no.
Okay. So you understand what this is. That's great. Does
Yeah.
anybody not know what this is?
Just context clues alone, the amount of bones outside the lair would be a no for me. I don't
Oh, if you
care
guys
if it's a
haven't
guinea
seen
pig. If there's that many bones outside the lair, that's a no. I'm not no, no, no,
I'll
not
go
doing
for the shrubbery instead. I feel like you but he
it.
looks so cute. It's like, what's his name? Oh, I think they just call it Killer. I don't know. Dylan, have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail? I'm just curious because Dylan's a little bit younger than us. So, if you have not, you need to immediately
Tit
leave the
for the
show
squirrel.
and go watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Mhm.
This is the scariest bunny of all time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I literally I had to put that bunny in a comic book at one point because one of the guys I
Mhm.
did a comic book for early in my career had a tier where like I don't know if it's 50 bucks or whatever, but for 50 70 bucks you could put your character or whatever you wanted in the book. And so I had like 4 pages that I had to fit in just the most random nonsense. And like there was some really interestingly designed characters from like those 2D superhero generator things where you could add all the little armor pieces on, and
Cool.
they don't have to worry about if it works or if you could lift your arms without stabbing yourself in the brain with your elbow blades
Hilarious.
and stuff. And oh, I hated that so much.
Man.
And but the hardest one was those freaking rabbits they put in there. and I had to make all of this work and try and look cool. And the challenge ended up making it some of the best looking stuff I've ever done. I was really impressed with myself by the end of it. But still, those bloodthirsty rabbits were tough to pull off. Um, but yeah, I honestly, because of those costumes that I hated so much from that 2D generator,
Yeah.
one of the characters that you see at the end of Alice issue 3, the guy that has like the face in his armor, that's
Mhm.
specifically taking from those characters that I hate so much. I hated it so much, I stuck it on that guy's armor as a joke, and now I forgot he's going to be in stuff from now on.
Oh no. Like
He
I
looks a
didn't
lot
mean
better
to.
now than he did in the beginning, though.
Oh. Ba, ba,
But yeah,
ba.
that's
Sad
what.
noises. Okay, we need another fish. Yes, we need another. Oh, you guys know what this one is. Mm,
Oh, he's so
must be a
sad.
blobfish.
I don't want to touch him.
No, I don't
I'm
either.
so
He looks
sad.
slimy.
I feel
Like,
bad.
why does he looks slightly human? You know,
I wonder genuinely what he looks like in
in the water.
reality, like in the water, and
I'm sure he
not like
doesn't look like this, but
plopped out on a table somewhere.
Dylan's
But
hugging it. Carrie, not so
Dylan,
much.
give it a hug from me. Give it a little pat on the butt while you're at it.
You can like
Yeah, little
pat
goose
him on
make
the
it feel
head
good.
and slowly back away. Maybe just throw him back in the water.
Quietly whisper how sexy it is into its ear because I'm not doing it. But you do it for me. And boost that
No.
confidence all the way up.
All right. Now, if you don't know the story behind this rabbit, there he's like, I'm not even going in there. I'm gonna handle it with gloves. For sure it doesn't look like that in the water. I would hope not. Gosh. Love
That would
him.
just be embarrassing.
Touch with tism. So it's a no for the sensory issue.
Yeah, that really comes down to my thing. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. The sensory. Nope, nope, nope. I'm good.
So this is the notorious rabbit that the chat loves to bring up and torment the guests with because they know it's coming, but you don't. So this poor bunny is covered in warts.
Warts?
Yes. These poor bunnies in North America have a plague, and it's bunnies and squirrels who have these like warty growths all over. And to me, they remind me of this eldritch, like Cthulhu rabbit. Lou, it's a two
I
for
hate
one.
to say it. I would give that bunny a 22 caliber hug from distance.
It's like, I'm not looking at the screen until the rabbit's gone.
Put both of us out of his misery. I
This poor bunny.
I feel so bad for him. I do. I feel bad, but I would.
Gates did it. Rabbit's mixtape. That's a rabbit. Nope. Nope. I feel like this is how the apocalypse starts. Because as soon as that transfers to humans, we're living in The Last of Us.
AI art and bunny warts. That's how the apocalypse begins.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh man,
AI creates
that is.
bunny warts. Bunny warts transfer to humans. We all
Well, and
die
that's the
of the
problem when
shuffle.
AI couldn't get all the fingers right and stuff. They just had to warp reality to make it right. So now
Right.
you
So
got
now people are being born with 6 fingers.
bunnies with
Oh.
fingers coming all out of their face. And, you know,
Wait, the bunny is growing extra fingers?
yeah, that's why.
Oh, no.
It's all
No.
because of AI.
You have to now add a bunny with all the fingers into the cobbler.
Oh my god! Well, now I know what happens to the rabbit in issue 3. We know how he ends up now.
Comes full circle. It's
That's his day after. That's him from issue 4. For those of you who don't know, there's still a limited amount of time to get in and go MrFish.com and get your copy of Alice, Lost in Wonderland, issue 3.
Oh my god.
Available now.
I know. I can't wait for my copy. All right, my friend, you have made it through. You have made it through the disturbing rabbit and all of the questions of would you?
I love that.
And it's a fun game. It's fun. It kind of breaks it up, gives us something to talk about,
Mhm.
inspires
'Cause we
us
have a
to.
hard time finding stuff to talk about. I mean, it's
No,
like
I don't think so.
pulling
I
teeth,
fish.
actually.
We were on a show. It was Ed Davis's Saturday morning show, and it was Ed and Fish and myself and Sarah White,
Yeah.
and we were on so long, Pops showed up in the back and was like, "Get off the air. We need to use the
That's
network."
enough.
We had a problem.
All you kids get off the lawn.
Yeah, yeah, no. Man shakes hand at clouds. Instead of Laura getting, "Oh," but this is what happens. I'll get inspired and make Fish do it. And then Fish will get inspired and then I'll have to do it. It's like how
Mhm.
it goes.
Absolutely. I just had an idea yesterday packing boxes, and I was kicking myself if I had it all to do over again. I was like, "Man," I'm thinking of all of my books that I've worked on. I could have been sprinkling Rabbit and Alice in the backgrounds all this time, and it didn't occur to me to do that. And
Aw.
just putting them in the backgrounds of crowd scenes for no reason, and it
Yeah.
would just be some dude with white hair, and I'm killing myself that I didn't think to do that as they traveled the multiverse, in their stories. But
Yeah, just like in Green Zone, they're randomly in the background. That would be
mhm,
hilarious.
that would be awesome.
Huh,
Yeah,
dang it. Well, now you
maybe
gotta
for
start.
the collected trade.
Goodbye, Dylan. We'll see you again later or next week or however long
Have
it takes
fun.
you to
Zoom
get
away.
to your video. Ty says, not gonna lie, a comic where AI generated photos changed how specific species look isn't a bad comic. Fun thing to. Oh, so we're gonna be writing comics about how AI
Is
is
literally ruining the world by changing it to match up. Yeah.
to match its warped impression of what it is. Mm.
Oh
Ty, I
man.
think you need to write that. Oh, did I not do the streaker? Dylan, you just wait. Stay right there. I'm gonna wait for the photos to open again. I forgot to do this one last week when Ed was on the show. I actually did pull would you hug this for Ed um because of the streaker talk we were talking about. So there is nothing is I hope there's nothing. I'm just gonna put that there for like 3 seconds. There you go. Yeah.
Nope.
That was for Ed, and I forgot to do it last week. It was supposed to be pretty funny.
Wouldn't
You
hug him
know,
because I couldn't catch him.
if you actually Google streaker, you can get it a real eyeful on Google. I was not expecting that.
Well, that's good to know. It's surprising what you'll find when you like Google something completely innocuous. Like it used to be really bad. Like I used to have so much trouble just because like when I did logo designs and stuff for people, like I would be Googling like, Razorback logo clothing or something because we're in Arkansas, looking for references for stuff to stick in the background of a picture or something. And there's all this Razorback logo gear. And then there's nudie pictures sprinkled in it because for some reason they threw all the keywords at this thing. And it surprises me what crazy stuff will show up in searches
It's like
sometimes.
slang that you didn't even know existed,
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
By the way, Dylan says he would hug that streaker. Yes. Ty, I would really love for you to get started on that. I think that would do gangbusters on Kickstarter. That would be like the fun. I mean, like there's got to be a way that we can poke fun at AI for taking
Mhm.
our shit. There's got to
Yeah.
be a way, that we can have sarcasm and um I don't know, get back to it. Oh God, what was that? I'm so glad. Oh, whoops. That's why I only put it up for 3 seconds. I was like, I don't think you could see anything, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna 3 seconds and we're done. You never know.
Not sure what the issue might be down the road. Roku gets canceled because you
Roku
showed
gets
a
canceled.
showed a man
That was
fighting.
Ty, that was the most PC one I could find. It was like, I want a streaker, but I don't want any of the bits showing. And wow,
Yeah.
I had to really look. Bits everywhere. Why so
Yeah.
many bits?
Never really got it. Like I never really understood the whole mooning thing either.
Yeah.
I do it for a living, just
I'm just
saying.
saying. There's a ton of artists out there.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
absolutely. Roku doesn't care.
YouTube would get
This
it.
is true. I didn't put there was no bits. There was no bits showing. God. No bits.
That's
All
the
right.
thing that
So
gets me though, is it's usually AI bots that are flagging stuff.
I know.
And then like when you try and argue with it, especially TikTok's really bad about it because they'll have AI bots flag you for like if I'm making a video pitching my book to sell, that I didn't show the book enough when I'm holding the book up the whole time talking about it. And it'll say, no, you didn't show the product enough. And then I'll make a rebuttal, but well, I did. The product's right there the whole time. I'm
Right.
the one that made it. I create, and then, but it's the same AI bot that flagged it the first time that's handling, all of the extra stuff. And it's like, no, we went back and looked. We agreed. It's still this way. You never get to talk to a real person
What the
unless you take it on for like a week of back and forth. And I don't have time for that
nobody
mess.
cares that much, and
Yeah,
that's why they don't worry about it. You know what I mean? They're just, "I don't care."
it's
Sam has
crazy.
fish and wanted one of you to point fish out, so thank you. Exactly. 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 He was like, "Maha, my plan is coming together."
My problem is the Wednesday art stream show that I do with Esteban Carrero, Roll for Heroes. We randomly roll up a character every Friday. We got this like random list of prompts. I bring the dice tower out and we
Cool.
randomly roll. We get random powers and stuff, and then we each draw something off of this list that we get. We come up with such cool ideas and like so many freaking ideas that it's really hard to stay focused on like telling the story I'm supposed to tell and not run off like a little ADD, basset hound chasing squirrels in all these different directions. Be like, oh, new idea, dopamine, let's go that way.
I
And
know.
oh,
That's it's hard when you get, like, a new idea every day, and it's
mhm.
like, what do you do with that? Do you write them in a notebook? Do you draw characters with some notes that you keep in a
I
certain
have a
place? Like
big, big, big,
yeah.
long note of like 300 notes in my phone of like story ideas. And a lot of them are like Alice story idea notes for later, but like, probably half of them are just new random ideas. And every time I scroll through to find a place to put the new ideas, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. I never thought of that. I wrote the notes, but I forgot them, which tells me I need to be writing them down because I'm not going to remember them as well as I thought I would. But when they stick around in the back of my head, like the Alice Wandering Ronin one
Yeah.
did, then I know that that's a good one. And then I found a way to take my story and put those two together and make it better than it was to start with. And others are still percolating in the back. Like I have a murder mystery story dealing with a guy that has face blindness that I
Ooh.
really think
Oh,
will be cool because I suffered with that for a long time after my heat stroke. It was years before I could recognize a face that I didn't know before the heat stroke. And
oh my
like
god.
my kids grew up during that time. And so like I had to learn to train myself that like, okay, if a big half naked brown man walks through the house, that's probably my son Jay, and not some stranger walking through the house in his underwear, most likely. And and I had to like learn these things to keep reminding myself because in my head he was this tall. That's where my brain remembered him. Everything after the heat stroke got wiped out. Luckily, connections have started gotten made better, and it's part of why I grew the whole beard out long because my brain suddenly recognized it as a new face. And now I recognize myself in the mirror and on TV and on podcasts instead of being like, I used to walk around the corner at a store and I would scream because like this homeless guy was fixing to run his cart right into me. But I turned into a mirror and didn't recognize the guy that was coming at me. Or like I would have to cover the mirror in hotels with a blanket because it would freak me out because it's like there's this homeless guy sitting on a bed in the other room looking at me and he's making faces at me because he has Tourette's. And I had to train myself to like brush my teeth and like only look at my mouth or only look like right here when I was shaving and not look at the whole face because it's clearly not me because my brain doesn't recognize it. And then when you add Tourette's on it and it starts making faces at you, see, it's not me. It
Oh
really
my
messed with
god.
my head. But
See, this is new. I didn't know this about you,
oh
that
yeah, I had
you
a
went through
bad
that.
heat stroke. I like passed out in a truck and baked in the sun for probably 45 minutes before the guy came and found out that I was stuck in there. And instead of taking me to the hospital, he took me home and dumped me on my abusive ex-wife.
Come on.
And she didn't realize how bad it was until hours later when I was in my underwear in the front yard digging for pie in the front yard. And by that time, she
Sorry.
realized as a nurse, she might lose her license if she took me to the hospital then and people found out that she didn't take me 4 hours before.
So
And so she just left me.
what the
And
fuck?
so I didn't get any kind of treatment or help for it. And it had long lasting consequences. I used to be able to multiply and divide like 6-digit numbers in my head. Now I need a calculator to figure out, a tip. And I can't even calculate how many IQ points I probably lost on that. But it
Oh,
was
'cause
it
you
was tough.
literally got cooked.
Oh yeah, it cooked my brain. I couldn't the face blindness was really weird. Like we had two guys at church. I could learn to look for certain things, like look for your glasses and the way you wear your hair to one side, and know that okay, that's probably Lori.
Right.
But like we had two guys that were bald with goatees at church, and like one of them worked the sound booth and the other one played bass, and we'd all be there early for band practice. If one of them wasn't in scrubs or the other guy wasn't wearing camo, I literally could not tell them apart until they started talking. And if they talked long enough, it's like they lit up and all of a sudden I could tell who they were.
Yeah.
But in the beginning they were just two same guys. And the thought of a writer kind of going crazy having to deal with this, and then you know commits a murder, thinks he's killing somebody, thinks he's killing his wife, and then his wife comes home and he doesn't know who he just killed. And I think would be a really juicy story.
Uh,
But
that or like, what if you witnessed a murder and
mhm.
you had face blindness and the cops are like, "Tell us who it is," and you're like, "I don't know," and then they're
He
like, "You're
was a
going to jail."
guy, I think. And yeah,
Gosh,
he had a
and
brown
now
shirt.
here's another thing, is this I mean, it's a real thing, and that boggles my mind how the human brain can work that way. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? It's just so nuts. I did a lot of research about the human brain for Path for reasons you will find out later, but, it's just the human brain is so crazy.
It's
It boggles
amazing
my mind.
how it can make up for deficits and stuff. It's
Yeah.
amazing how it can repurpose processing for different things. Um, like I've spent a lot of my adult life being unable to see. And um I mean, like if you're like born blind, like your brain will use processing area in your brain that you would use for sight to like handle processing hearing. But the thing I didn't realize was how much we hear and feel that we just don't pay attention to because sight overrides everything.
Yes.
Like me seeing you walk in the door takes priority over the fact that I felt the air pressure change when you opened the door. I heard you walking down the hallway. I could smell your perfume. I could smell your shampoo. All of the things that let me recognize that that's you walking through the door and not somebody else. You don't pay attention to that stuff because, oh, it's Lori. I can see her.
Yeah.
And you don't think about that stuff. But, when all of a sudden I had to rely on getting around without being able to see a lot of the time because sometimes my eyes just don't want to work. Um, it I realized like it's amazing like how much you can hear the difference of just the echoes in the room change the closer you get to the wall or the closer you get to a big piece of furniture or something, and
Hmm.
just the ambient sound sounds different. So I always know when I'm getting close to something. Where exactly it is, I'm not grow I gotta feel around with my cane, but like I very rarely ever walk into a door or a pole or something. And, and I can keep a real good map in my head of what the room looks like and where I am. And if I get a glimpse every once in a while and my eyes might flash open, I'm like, oh, okay. I can reassert myself like, okay, I am where I thought
Mm,
I was and keep going. And it freaks people out when I walk around when I can't see sometimes, because if I know the place, like at our old church, I would just take off and start walking, but I know where we are. As long
yes.
as somebody doesn't like get in my way or something, I can walk out and walk to the car and get what I need out of the back of the car and come back in and go to the bathroom. And, you know, as long as nobody moves furniture around on me, I'm good.
It's so mean. You come home, the whole room's rearranged. You're like, damn it. You just
Oh
immediately
man.
fall down. Read
I
Chris Brown books off and walk into walls.
I love the fact that our old house, the lady that had the house before us retiled the whole house herself, and she wasn't real great at it. So
Mm,
all of the tiles are different in different batches, bought at different times when they were on
oh,
sale,
no.
and they're all laid a little unevenly. And this one
No.
is sticks up a little bit, and this one is a little turned, and they're all kind of wonky at the old house. But I walked around barefoot all the time, and
Oh,
eventually it became like a key. I could tell where I was just by the floor.
yeah.
And I ended up loving that floor so much because I could tell exactly where I was, okay, I need to turn this that far, and now I know the hallway's right over there. And then I'd feel that one tile that's raised up. I'm like, oh, okay, the wall's right here, and I can grab onto it and follow. Is surprisingly great.
That's so funny. Like, everybody else would be pissed off about the floor, and Fish is like,
Yeah.
"No, no, leave it alone. I need it so I know where
I
I
like
am.
it.
Thank you.
I like it a lot.
Leave it. I know where I'm at. Thank you."
It
Um, it's just
it's
so
just crazy.
interesting.
You don't notice all that stuff, but the brain's amazing, and the fact that my brain started to heal at all after all that damage is amazing, and the
I'm
fact that I
surprised you
can
didn't
recognize
die.
new faces again now. The fact that I didn't lose my ability to draw faces
Yeah.
is surprising to me, but that's a skill I learned over years before the brain damage. So, drawing faces and learning how to draw a face to look like Rabbit and look like Alice and look like, Caw is a trait I've mastered a long time ago in a whole different part of the brain of how I do it to make them look like different people.
Mhm.
So as long as I kept using the same tricks I already knew, it was fine. And it it's weird, but
Gosh,
recognizing new
just to
people on the
think
street. Yeah.
about all the things that you've overcome to not only become a comic book artist, but to be as quick and professional and prolific as you are, 120 books.
Mhm.
That's amazing to me, and I am inspired by you, because I'm serious, like, Fish has been through all of these things. What is your excuse? What is your excuse?
Well, it
Get
does
back
come
to
with
work
its
and go
trade-offs
make a
sometimes.
book, damn it. That is all.
Like, my wife was mad yesterday because, I hadn't done the dishes, and I was planning on doing the dishes yesterday morning after I made breakfast, but I woke up and I was all sore and seized up, and I couldn't move well enough to get in there to make breakfast or much less get up and do the dishes. And so they sat there until almost lunch, and finally she got mad and did them, and she was a little miffed at me that I didn't do them. And I meant to do them, but I couldn't do it because my body wouldn't let me, and that happens a lot sometimes. So it comes with trade-offs. Like,
Mhm.
everybody's like, "How you so fast?" Like, I have a jacked up nervous system, and I'm in pain all the time, and I don't sleep very often, but it makes me really fast.
You're
Like,
like, "And when
it's
I'm not moving,
trade-offs.
I'm arting." I should probably get myself into a half awake state of mind and just write things. That's probably the best stuff that'll come out. You know what I mean? I always find that my best ideas happen at 3 AM when I get up to go to the bathroom and I'm trying to fall back
Oh,
asleep,
man.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, "This is what happens next in my story."
I
Just
still
how it
have
goes.
some ideas that came out of, like, my high school years
If
when
you hang
I
out around
was
enough, Ty, this will happen. I will yell at you to get
sleep
back to work.
deprived and you know, exploring substances and whatnot. And I still think about some of those ideas, and I'm like, they're objectively kind of stupid, but there's something about them that I just can't get out of my head. And and one of them is like this detective with like an elephant. He's got like a little short elephant nose, and no superpowers. No, he's just like a private eye with an elephant nose for no reason. And but I for 40 years I haven't been able to get this guy out of my head.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I don't know. Maybe he'll show up somewhere someday.
Oh, I would love to see this on paper. I'm sure it will be wonderful. And if you need someone to help write it, you just let me know. However, it is that time of the show where we got to start wrapping things up. I got to play some ads on the way out, and I want to make sure that we take the time so that people know where to follow you. Of course, where they should go if they want to buy books. And I think Andrew already got the information, but in case there's anybody else out there that wants to get books for the holidays, whatever. So tell people where your socials are, where to follow you, where to go, and don't say go to hell because that's for the next show.
I am Mr. Fish Comics on all social media, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. You can follow me there. You can follow me on my art stream Wednesdays at 2:30 Central. Roll for Heroes. It's on my channel and Esteban Carrero's channel. MrFishComics.com. You can order all the back issues, and GoMrFish.com will take you to my newest project, which by the end of the week should be the pre-launch page for Alice issue 4. And right now you can still sign up for late pledges for Alice 1 through 3 if you want.
Highly recommended by myself, who has read them all. It's a great story. The art is beautiful. You'll get lost. You'll get sucked in, which is what we try to do. We try to escape to someone else's world, and Fish has built several of them for you to get lost in just this one series. So highly recommend. I do want to throw this up. I was supposed to do this at the beginning of the show and forgot. Rise of the Mummy. This is a William Russell book. I did not write this, but I am lettering this. In fact, I just finished page 16 last night. So this is well on its way. It funded in the first 30 minutes. So it's on its way. It's still got 16 days to go, but it's a one shot. He's bringing back like the classic monsters. There was a werewolf one, Curse Moonlight, and this is Rise of the Mummy. So if you're into that, it's black and white with that good nostalgia feel to it. Highly recommend. It's pretty good. I love the art style too. The artist that's involved, Arturo Palesia. There's a ton of covers. One, of course, by our very own POTPR artist, Gilbert Perez. This is the cover that I got. As you can see, it says your selection. So made sure I got a copy so that he could sign up for me. But go peruse around here. Really good, really good. Highly recommend. Go check it out. I think I have. Did I post the links? Here it is. So just want to make sure I got that on screen for a second because I always try to promote projects, especially ones that I'm attached to. So back to Fish. When is Alice 4? Or you said February, right?
Yeah, February is what I'm shooting for. I'm
You and me
hoping
both.
for it to be the beginning of the month, but I want to be either done with the book or at least like 90% done before I launch it, because I had to finish this one after the campaign, and it bugs me. We only got a little bit behind, but it still bugs me because I like being done before we go in. And
Yeah.
so I'm going to try and get it finished up
I wish
along with client
we could do that.
books before then. So
I know, and it's like you and William Russell. A lot of people when they run their campaign, there's like 2 pages left or something.
mhm.
And I wish I could function that way too. I just I'm not the artist, so
Yeah.
I got to raise the money to pay the people what they're worth. So
Mhm.
sadly, that means takes time. And then here we are, and it's December, and I'm like, want to deliver my books anyway.
Yeah. It's tough.
Soon.
It is tough.
It'll be here eventually. And again, it's just a lesson in patience. I must learn to be patient along with everybody else because I want the book yesterday. I wanted it 3 years ago. Of course, that can't happen. So, but anyway, thank you for coming on the show. We always have a blast
Absolutely.
together.
It's so much fun.
I'm
So
looking
much fun.
forward to seeing finger rabbits start popping up in some of your books.
I'm totally gonna have to stick that in there somewhere.
It's the plague rabbits. And that's it. Next week I have so Sebastian Bonet is going to be on the show next week. He used to have a podcast that I love to go on It was like nerd based, and the podcast is no more. So I was like, how am I going to see Sebastian? He is finally coming on the Tuesday Morning Brew. So I'm very excited to have him on. He's also one, we're going to have some beef next week because he always is coming at me about what happens at the end of issue 1 with Diana Prince. And then I read his book and he kills off like the main character's mom in front of him. So there will be words next week. All in good fun though. We love you, darling. All right. So make sure you tune in next week. Same bat hour, same bat day of the week. It's the Tuesday Morning Brew on Wednesdays. Just kidding. But be excellent to each other. Kiss your babies, and we will see you here next week. Bye, everybody.
Ozzy, what are you doing? Come and have a look at this lovely book that was sent over.
You're wrapping in the perpendicular.
Oh, go on and spit the bat out your mouth. No one can understand you like that.
Say how 5 dentists and all.
Oh, well, that's not much better. Ozzy, why don't you sing to me? I can always understand you when you sing to me.
Fucking my brains. What is this my publisher sent me? Inked in black with art so sweet.
So what do you think? Do you like it?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Make sure you go pick up your copy of the Aussie book for your Aussie friend for Christmas because they need that book. That is all. Thank you.
Ooh.